I'm a believer in karma. I believe that what goes around comes around. I've witnessed it firsthand. I'm a believer in it. I think it's a thing. That said, I have a confession to make. I feel like I need to get this out into the universe, or I don't think anything bad is going to happen, but I need to just get the words out and explain it because no one knows what happened but me, and I need the rest of the world to hear it. So hear me out, world. I have sinned. I'm overthinking this. It's not a big deal. I went to the store last night and I got like 10 items. I did the self checkout and there was one loaf of sourdough bread left. I was so happy I got it because I love this little loaf of bread. It's a little half loaf. It's adorable. Anyway, scan the items, put them in my bag, and I drive home and I'm unloading and I notice the bread isn't there. I'm like, ah, shit, I left it in the car. So I go down, check the car, it's not there. Go back upstairs. I'm like, you left it at the checkout stand. So I call the store. I'm like, hey, I was just there. I think that I left a little loaf of bread. And like, oh yeah, we see it. I'm like, oh, awesome. Can I come back and pick it up? I'm like, yeah, just do it before midnight. Or if you need to come in tomorrow, come in tomorrow. I'm like, no, I'll be there before midnight. I wait like an hour and a half and I'm like, all right, I better go. I'm probably not going to want to do it tomorrow, so I'll just do it now. It's just like a mile down the street. So I go over there and I have the receipt with me and I'm looking, it's late, so there's not a lot of workers there. There's like no cashiers there. It's just the self-checkout. And I see the loaf of bread near the little stand where I was, and I grab it. I'm like, okay, well, this is obviously mine because it was the very last loaf, and who else left it? And I have the receipt with me, and I'm walking up to the guy, and I'm like, hey, I just called. He's like, oh yeah, we were waiting for you. I'm like, yeah, I have the receipt. You need to see the receipt. He's like, no, you're fine. Go. I'm like, all right, see where this is going. So I leave, get home, and then just out of curiosity, for some reason, I was like, wait, what time did I buy it? And then what time did I call? Like, what was the time difference? I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was. So I look on the receipt, and it was like, 8 o'clock or whatever, and then I went in at like 9:30. And then I noticed that I never scanned the bread. I never paid for it. So I stole the bread. By definition, I stole the bread. I took it without paying. So here's what I'm thinking. The next time that I go to the store, I take the bag with the what do you call it? The little scanner code. I just take the bag, I take it to the store, and then I scan it as though I paid for it. Obviously, I won't be buying bread because it won't be there. But the machine won't know the difference, right? They'll just know like, oh, you scanned bread. You must have bought bread. And then I'll be fine. So it's like I'm tacking on whatever, $2.39 onto my next bill. But I also feel like it's whatever. It's good enough that I feel bad about it, right? Like, do I need to pay for it? Yeah, I think I do. Because if I don't, something's going to happen. I'm going to get a flat tire. It's going to be something that that's a little drastic. Like, I'm not going to have a $2.39 inconvenience. I think it'll be something bigger if I don't do this. Another part of me wants to just call and say, hey, I feel like here, I was there the other day. Here's what happened. I'll just tell them the whole thing. And I think whoever I talk to is probably going to laugh it off and be like, whatever, it happens. I'm a customer. Like, I go there once a week, twice a week sometimes. I make these little trips. I'm probably going to go there like tomorrow. So, and I'm a rewards member. So I'm doing things. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to say that. And I know someone in the comments is going to be like, yeah, you're fine. But am I? Is something gonna... Today's Friday the 13th. For a couple more hours, nothing bad's gonna happen. I don't think anything's gonna happen to me, but you know, if I stub my toe or something, I feel like this is just preventable. If I go and pay, or I don't know. This is where I would normally do the introduction song, but we have a special guest today. We have I gotta set this up. I love when people play bass with their with their fingers. I love when they use their fingers. When they use a pick, like, that's cool. But I don't. There's something about when they use their fingers. It looks really cool and it sounds different. And you could tell like a bass player when they're using their fingers. There's a bass player. She's from I think she's from Japan, and I'll repost some of her videos because they're really, really cool. Like she's so good, and she makes it look like it's really easy. And I posted this video last night, and this guy messaged me. His name is was it Robbery? His handle is Robbery. I think his name is Rob. Robbery Williams. I had him all pulled up there, and yeah, he said, "Oh, I play bass with my fingers. Am I your favorite?" And I was like, "Yes." And then, I hope you don't mind, Rob. I'm gonna like share this. He said, "Oh yeah, it's good news. I spent the evening recording a short intro for your podcast with my bass. Do you have an email address? If you're interested, that's fine. Or yeah, if you're not interested, that's fine. I just wanted to do this." Blah, blah. And I was like, "Yeah, of course. I love that shit. I love when you guys send me stuff that you made." And so I didn't listen to it yet. I downloaded it because I thought it would be fun for all of us to listen to it together. So Rob, this better not fucking suck, or I'll look like an idiot. I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's good. I don't know what this is. I don't know if you just like played bass to the song that I wrote. But whatever it is, that's going to be the introduction today. So files, Sam. He named it Sam. All right. So I guess there's no video, obviously. So we're just gonna stare and look handsome. All right, you ready, Stu? Hopefully it's loud enough. We'll see. If it's not loud enough into the microphone, I'll just upload it. Okay, here we go. Hi, welcome back to Sam Cahn does a video every 2 months when he feels like it. Hey Sam, shut the fuck up and start the video. Okay, I will. I gotta tell you, folks, this is something. This is something else. Did we all get scammed? Yes, but yes. All right. So when do I put on my microphone? Like what are we doing? That was so good. Oh, why? God damn it! Why am I like I'm like teary-eyed. That was so good. I love that. Oh, that was weird. I thought, so, all right, in the beginning, when I started talking, I didn't know that was me. I thought it was you. I was like, oh, he's like doing a little introduction. Yeah, that's a bunch of clips from, that tripped me out, because those are clips from, like, skits I've done. That was so good. I love that. Why didn't you reach out sooner? I could have had such a cool introduction instead of my little song that's awful. This is so much better. Do I want to change it? We're going to listen to it again real quick. Welcome back to Sam Cahn does a video every 2 months when he feels like it. All right, so that was, I don't know what that was from. I think that was from YouTube because that's what I do. I make a video every 2 months. We're going to figure out the rest. Hey Sam, shut the fuck up and start the video. Okay. I don't know what that is. That just sounds like something I would say. Okay, I will. I gotta tell you, folks, this is something. Oh, that's the slave video. Photo shoot. Oh boy. If you know, you know.
This is something else. Did we all get scammed? Yes. But yes. Alright, so when do I put on my microphone? Like what are we doing?
Okay. All right. The last one. Okay, so the scam one, that was the little dinosaur head thingy, the little shark thing. And then the last one was, that was a documentary where I made fun of documentaries where they sit down and they're like, "Oh, are we starting yet? Did we start?" And that's like in the documentary. That was so good. I love that. I'm gonna put his handle here. Rob, by the way, you don't have enough bass videos. You need to post more. You only have like 8, and you're really good. He had Queens of the Stone Age, Sublime. I can't post them because of the what do you call it? The copyright thing. But yeah, go watch him. He plays with his fingers, so that's good. So yeah, that was our introduction. I love that. That was so fun. I think what I'm going to do that for the regular channel, my YouTube channel, if I ever make a video again. But yeah, I don't know if I used it for this, I would need to have like visuals. So I guess if I use the visuals from the song now, it'll work. Yeah, I think that could work. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I love it though. That was really good. Thank you, Rob. I was gonna say, I was thinking about my guitar teacher for some reason. So my brothers and I, we wanted to, when I was like 14, I wanted to play guitar, and usually when one of us wanted to do something, the other two would just be like, all right, yeah, we'll do that too. So it was like, all right, well, Sam wants to play guitar. Ben and Nate, do you want to play guitar? And it's like, yeah. And I think Ben, I don't know if we like convinced Ben to play bass or if he just wanted to, but he ended up playing bass. He started off learning the bass, and I was guitar and Nate was also guitar. And my dad knew this guy. His name was Barry, and he knew him from high school. And Barry he did a lot of drugs, like a lot. His brain was fried. And my dad actually warned us about that before we met him. He was like, Barry is really, really, really good on guitar, but he's different. And when we met him, God, I wish Ben was here. He could do a really good impression of him. He had like really, okay, the guy, I'm going to post a picture of him. The guy from Independence Day, the doctor with like the frizzy, crazy hair, and he had the glasses. But yeah, he looked like him, and he sounded like a pug when he talked. Like he was like, man, yeah. And he was really good at guitar, but he couldn't teach us, especially we were young kids, we were young teenagers. And what he would do is he would come over, and it would just be like, whenever he showed up. It's like, all right, Barry, the lesson is at, Saturday at 2. And it was like, all right, if he shows up at 3, that's what's going to happen. So we just gotta wait for him. But he would come over and he'd be like, yeah, man, you just gotta like, and he would just solo in front of us for like the half hour. And he would get really frustrated with us because we couldn't, like if you play guitar, the F chord, which is it's a hard chord, especially for a kid, he would like grab my fingers and like push them really hard. And he's like, yeah, man, you're gonna get calluses. You're gonna get, and he like wouldn't form these sentences. He just would he'd go off onto something else. He would solo again and talk to my dad. And I don't know the arrangement that they had. I think my dad was just kind of helping him out. Like, I think he knew that this guy didn't have many friends left, and he lived by himself. He didn't have a family, and it was kind of a bummer when I think about it. But yeah, he would come over and play, and then he would raid our pantry and get like cans of corn and stuff, which again, I don't think he was doing very well. So I think my dad just kind of figured, hey, I know this guy from high school that played guitar really well. I'm still kind of in contact with him. Why not offer him this kind of job? So that was Barry. And I hope he's still alive. He was a hell of a character. He was really nice. He was all. So since we're not reading anything today, I'm not wearing my glasses because I just don't want to. So I can't see the little number. I can't see how far we've gone. So the camera just shut off, and I had no idea. Barry. Oh, after Barry. So Barry, we didn't keep him for very long because there was no progress with him. Like, after a couple of weeks, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing still. I don't know anything. I know the names of the strings, and that's it. So we hired a real guitar teacher, and his name was Phil, and he was so interesting because he did not look like he would be able to play the way he did. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than he was a dork. He looked like Will Ferrell doing a character, like a hiker, like a nerdy, over-prepared hiker. And he had hiking boots and these little shorts, and he had the like curly blonde hair, and he was really like, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, hey Vicky. Yeah, I'd love a cranberry juice. Yeah. All right, guys. Oh. But when he played, oh my God, I remember he did the guitar solo for Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. And we just watched him like, holy shit, Phil. And he just was like, oh yeah, his little like chunky little fingers, they were all over the place. And he was so good. He was so much fun to watch. And at the end of the lesson, I don't know about my brothers, but I would usually ask him, I'm like, oh, can you play, like, I liked Rage Against the Machine. I still do. I was like, yeah, hey, can you play this song? He'd be like, oh, yeah, I think so. And he would listen to it a couple times, and then he would be able to play it. It was amazing. And he would do it so well. He'd be like, I think Rage Against the Machine, I think they're in drop D. And then he would, like, if there was a song that we really liked, he would tab it out, and then the next week teach it to us if he thought we could learn it. But yeah, we would usually do. I was a big Green Day fan, so that was really easy. It was just all power chords. But Ben also, I think, was doing Green Day, and then Nate was Blink 182. But yeah, he showed us like all the like the classic rock and stuff to get our chords down, and yeah, it was a really good time. Anyway, yeah, that's I don't know why I thought of Barry, and then I thought of Phil, and it was a good time. I haven't played guitar in so long, other than to make the song, but before that, man, like 2020, I don't know what happened. I loved playing guitar. I still like I can still, but I felt like I got to a point where I just I accepted that I wasn't going to get great at it. And in true Sam fashion, I was just like, well, yeah, stop. You're not going to be Slash. But it was enjoyable. I loved doing it. Oh, God, and playing with my brothers. Ben learned to play the drums as well. So Ben and Nate kind of stopped for some reason. And I don't know. I think Nate just got impatient with it. But Ben and we would play in the garage a lot. And my mom would come out and watch us. She'd come out and be like, can you guys play Foo Fighters? Can you guys play, she called Soundgarden or Audio Slave, she just called that both bands Chris Cornell. She'd go, "Can you play Chris Cornell?" Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just kind of stopped playing. Man, how depressing. What sucked for me is I had a little speed bump in my playing. I was playing right-handed, so I strummed with my right hand. I was playing right-handed for 3 years, I think. And I have a bad elbow. I have an arthritic elbow. I have like no cartilage left in here. And it was from, I broke it a couple of times and I kept injuring it. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but anyway, it healed all funky. I can't straighten my arm out all the way. I had to have surgery on it. Yeah, it's a mess. And when I would play guitar, and if I would do power chords, which if you don't play guitar, it's like what every song in the world has. Pushing down on my ring and pinky fingers would send this, like, it felt like I was getting hit in the funny bone, like, perpetually. And it got really, really bad. And I got into a little scuffle. It was junior year of high school. That's when it happened. That's when I made the switch. Junior year of high school. No, sophomore year. And I screwed up my elbow. I got pushed into a locker, like the little in the PE locker room. They had the little like notches where you put the locker in. So my elbow hit that like right in the middle, and that, I don't know what that did, but it did something. So playing guitar really, really hurt, and I told Phil, I was like, this is like killing me, man. I can't do this. What do I do? And he's like, well, you could play left-handed, or lots of Advil. I don't know. So I ended up doing that. Not the Advil. I ended up switching, flipping the strings on my guitar, and I thought, well, it's doable, right? Like if I already know how to play guitar, so I'll just switch the chords in my brain to like mirror it. So the only problem was strumming with my left hand because I'm not left-handed. So what I decided to do, I thought, well, logically, if I start doing things with my left hand, it'll become like a natural thing for me to strum with my left hand. So I started brushing my teeth left-handed, and I would eat left-handed, like with my fork. I would do all these things like lefty first. Like if I was getting dressed and I was like, all right, I usually put my right foot in first, do my left. I just tried to get as much left-handed stuff as possible. And I'm good. I am really good at lefty. And I'm not even bragging. Like I'm good. I am a good lefty guitar player. And I can still play right-handed. It's just, it still kind of hurts, but I can do it for a little while. But yeah, I ended up I finally bought a left-handed guitar, which those suckers are expensive because they're not as popular as the righties. But yeah, I kind of like rewired my brain a little bit. I still brush my teeth left-handed. I still eat left-handed. It's almost natural for me now. And if I like try to eat right-handed, it feels weird because I've been doing it for a while. And like people that were, my friends and family, they were like at first like, wait, are you left-handed? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm trying. So yeah, that kind of sucked because I feel like maybe my natural, if I stuck with being right-handed, I would be much better today, but it is what it is. I still have fun. Maybe I'll play guitar before the year is up. I haven't changed the strings in, God, I'm going to say 10 years. It's been like 10 years. They're just gathering dust. That'll do it for us. I promise. We're done. Mr. Stewart, is there anything you'd like to add? You're what? You mean ambidextrous? Yes, I got it. Yes, ambidextrous. Yes, hilarious. You're so hilarious, Stu. You're the funniest bear on the planet. Oh my God. Anyway, if you go shopping and you do the self checkout, double check that you scanned everything, because you don't want to steal anything. You know, you don't want to sin like that. We don't need that kind of stuff. When you're done scanning and you go out to your car and you use a shopping cart, make sure that you put the shopping cart back in the cart return, because that's where it belongs. And we will see you next week. Sorry, hey, it's me again. I forgot to thank the patrons. Thank you very much, patrons, on both the podcast one and the main channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for the support. All right, that was it. Bye.